Hey, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts Weinstein, and today we're going to be talking about how to set up your business so you can sell your business someday. Now, you may not have thought about this, or maybe you have, but for a lot of business owners, you're not going to run this business forever. Well, nobody is going to run their business forever. Someday you're not going to do this anymore. So what's going to happen to your business? It can just kind of dissolve over time, but another strategy is to sell it. Typically, you're either going to sell it to someone just like you. So as a lawyer, I could sell my law firm to another lawyer. A dentist can sell their dentist practice to another dentist. Typically, that's licensed professionals, but it could also be consultants. And the idea is that you bring someone in and sell the business to that other professional who's similar to you. The other way you can sell a business is to another company or the public. So you have an app and you're going to sell it to Google. You have created a business and you're just going to go public and have an IPO. And what that technically means is you're selling it to the public at large. The idea is that for that, you're selling it to someone who may or may not actually run the business versus an individual who's going to replace you in the business. Either way, a lot of the same strategies apply for creating a business that is sellable. So let's get into that. The first thing you want to do if you want to sell your business someday is to systematize everything in your business. All the procedures that you do in your business are systems, are processes that right now probably live in your head or the head of the people who work for you. Get that out of everybody's head and put down into some sort of system. It can be checklists, it can be in binders, it can be a wiki, it can be some kind of internal app that you use, it can be some kind of database. There are many different ways to do it. None of those ways are right or wrong. It's what actually works for you in your business. But you want to get all those processes down. How you do promotion, how you do your marketing, how you close the deal, how you deliver your products or services, how you ship things out. Internal things for your business. So how do you close out the books each year? How do you do your planning? How do you hire people? How do you let people go? Everything you do in your business can be systematized. Once you create this system, it is a huge asset for your business, for the efficiency of your business, the fact that you can hire people to do roles and they can ramp up very quickly because they're a checklist for everything, as well as for your business if you want to sell it someday. Now, it's going to take a while to do this, okay? To create systems for your business, I would suggest that you think this is going to take a year. Why would it take a year? Well, some of it's going to take just a day or two. What you do today, you can just keep track of everything that you do and just write it down, and that's how you make the checklist for it. But the problem is there's a lot of stuff you don't do every day. There's stuff that you do once a week, once a month, once a quarter, once a year. So typically it takes a whole year to kind of go through the entire annual cycle of your business to be able to create all those systems and write them all down or put them in the database or whatever you're going to do. Then in year 2, you use what you created, that binder, that wiki, that database, to run your business, you and any of your employees or staff. Then you see what doesn't work, what is the reality of what you actually do, what things you've missed. At the end of year 2, when you start year 3, you have that business in a box. What you do documented. Now, here's the thing. Not only is that a wonderful asset for your business and helps it run nowadays, not only is it an asset that you can sell as part of the business, you even have another potential revenue stream because you have a business in a box and you can sell that by itself. You may not want to do that. You may not want to consult with other businesses and how they can apply it or sell it just as a freestanding ebook, who knows. But it is an asset you have created that can be sold on its own or as part of the business. The second thing you want to do is make sure all the formalities of your business have been done correctly. So what I'm talking about are the formalities that aren't really the day-to-day running of the business, but the stuff that you should be doing. For example, if you have a corporation, you're supposed to be having annual meetings each year for the board of directors and of the shareholders, and there's supposed to be minutes of that. A lot of people who have a really small business don't actually do that. So you need to start doing those things. You need to have formalities in your bookkeeping and how you get paid and how other people get paid and how you handle taxes and do all this stuff like that. It needs to be documented and not done in kind of lackadaisical ways. If you pay for something personally and the business reimburses you, there needs to be paperwork for all that. If you loan the business money and the business is paying off that debt, there needs to be paperwork for all that. Everything needs to be formalized just as if it would if someone else was the co-owner of the business and you had to be accountable to them. So making all that documentation now will mean that whenever there's due diligence later, when you go to sell the business, it'll be much easier to fix any problems that come up versus fixing the giant mess if you haven't been doing your formalities in the meanwhile. The third thing you want to look at is creating assets to be part of the sale. Now, one of the assets is those systems that I was talking about earlier, but you can also look at trademarks. Should you file trademark applications on your branding? Should you register your copyrights? Is there anything in your business that can be patented? Trade secrets. Are there aspects of your business that derive commercial benefit because they are secret? They are systems and things and recipes and formulas that you have inside your business that are secret. You want to have everyone sign an NDA, employees, staff, vendors, whoever is exposed to that information, and you want to make an effort to keep it secret because it's something that is of value in your business that can be part of that eventual sale. The fourth thing you want to look at is your branding. If your branding is you, like my branding for this channel is Elizabeth Watts Weinstein. That's not a good strategy if I wanted to sell this channel someday because how's that going to work? It's Elizabeth Watts Weinstein. That's what the branding is, EPW. If I had a channel that had a different brand name that wasn't my name and didn't even incorporate my initials, that would be much easier to sell because another person can step in and take over that exact brand. This can be fixed. I have seen it with professionals where the original branding was them and their name, and then they have a transition period of 2 to 5 years where they co-run the business with somebody else who's going to buy it, and they change the branding during that time. And at the end of that 2, 3, 4, 5 years, the new person takes over with the new brand. But if you had that new brand from the beginning, you don't have to go through as long of a transition period to make sure you keep all the clients and customers. Also look at your social media. So a lot of people who have a small business promote their business on their personal Instagram account or Twitter account or whatever it is. That's not as easily sellable as if you're using a business account that is under the business's brand. You may still promote the business on your personal account, but you probably don't want to have to sell that account to someone. You probably want to keep it. So keeping things separate, having an actual account on whatever social media you use for your business brand will be one more asset that can go in that transaction. Again, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts Weinstein. If you have any questions about setting your business up to sell, feel free to ask them below and I'll try to point you in the right direction. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you like more tips like this. And hit the join button if you'd like to learn about how you can support this channel and get more resources for yourself. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.